Buongiorno, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a review on Want Choo Le Parfum. This is a flanker of the original Want Choo, and in today's video I'm going to talk about this new flanker as well as the original one and iwantchooforever. So if you want to know which one is for you and which one is my favorite, then please keep on watching. In 2020, Want Choo was released, and the nose behind this fragrance is Sonia Constant. I love her creation, one of my favorite perfumers. And this is a fruity, sweet jasmine fragrance. Mostly here you get the vanilla and you get also the jasmine and a nice peach note. It's gorgeous. It's one of the best fruity florals when we talk about the designer fragrances. I have actually a video on fruity floral fragrances. Everything will be in the description down below. And it's so feminine and versatile and just a happy fragrance that you can wear almost all year around. It has enough sweetness also to carry this fragrance even in colder weather, and also has great performance. It has moderate to strong longevity and sillage. It stayed on my skin for about 6 hours, so great performance and also sillage. So if you love a sweet jasmine, vanilla jasmine, I would definitely recommend this fragrance. In 2022, they came out with a flanker, and it is iwantchooforever. This is their take on the popular note of cherry. And the perfumer behind this fragrance are two of my favorite perfumers again. So we have Sonia Constant and Louise Turner. This is a sexy, seductive, fruity fragrance. I would categorize it as a fruity gourmand. So again, you have the vanilla as a main note here. Very beautiful vanilla. I get also a pear note. It's not in the notes, but I get a juicy pear. There is the cherry and also almond. Now, honestly, a lot of people say they get the almond. I personally don't get it. I get more the tonka bean, so a little bit of this sweet powder, but it's not a powdery fragrance. This is for me a fragrance that you would love if you love Valentino Donna Born in Roma. It has the same sexiness to it. It's sweet and feminine, perfect date night fragrance. So beautiful. And if you see the bottle, it kind of gives you the impression, like the difference between this one and the original one. It has more depth, more of a dark side to it. But I would not categorize this fragrance as a cherry fragrance. I mean, you get it, but it's not loud enough for me to categorize it as a cherry fragrance. It's more of a vanilla, a fruity vanilla. It's so beautiful. So if you are looking for a date night scent, or you love Valentino Donna Born in Roma, you will definitely like. Not that this is a fragrance that you cannot wear also during the day, but it has this depth to it that I would say makes it more suitable for date night, nighttime, or even a winter autumn fragrance if you want something a little bit fruity in these seasons. Now let's get to this year's release, and it is Le Parfum. And this, in a nutshell, is an intense version of the original one. So you can get the DNA of I Want Choo, vanilla, fruity, a little bit floral, but it's more complex, has more depth to it. The vanilla here is not one-dimensional, because they added a praline note. Now, praline is not a note that I can detect specifically in this fragrance. It's not like I smelled it and I said, oh, I'm smelling praline. It's just when I read the notes that I got it. What I got is a complex sweetness. So it's not only vanilla, but I couldn't say what it is. It has also an added pear, which, fun enough, I detect in all the flankers in different doses, but here it's very present. The jasmine is still there, but it's more in a supporting role. It's more in the background. It's more a sweet gourmand vanilla fragrance. There is also a blackberry note, which I cannot get when I tested the fragrance on paper, but I can get on my skin, as well as the ambrette, which gives this one a little bit of freshness. So ambrette is a note that gives a little bit of an musky feeling to a fragrance, and I feel like this one balanced out the fragrance and made it not overly sweet or cloying. So I really enjoyed this fragrance, and I enjoy the fact that it's not just an amped version of the original one. It has enough similarities but also differences. So you can enjoy both of these fragrances. They are different enough to have both of them. And also it has better performance. In many cases, unfortunately, when you get an intense Le Parfum, Elixir, whatever the name they give to a fragrance, it has the same longevity and sillage, which defeats the purpose, I would say, for having an intense version. This one definitely has a better longevity and sillage, not that the original one, as I said, has a weak one. This stayed on my skin for 8 hours and projected, I would say, at the beginning quite strong, but then it was more of a moderate sillage, which I appreciate, by the way. So definitely cold weather approved, and also a date night scent. Now it's not as sexy in my opinion as the Forever version, but still this complex sweetness makes it a suitable date night scent. The only issue that I have with this fragrance is that they added a patchouli note, and this is why this fragrance for me personally is not it. My personal favorite is the Forever version. I love this kind of DNA. I love also Valentino Donna Born Roma, so it's not a surprise that I also like this one. So if you loved the original one and you wanted an intense version, or you wanted a more sweet version of that one with more vanilla, I would highly recommend this fragrance. When it comes to other fragrances on the market that I can compare this one to, I only can compare it to the original one. So I looked on Fragrantica, and a lot of people compared it to also another Jimmy Choo fragrance, Jimmy Choo. I will leave the picture of that fragrance here. I don't have that fragrance, but looking at the note structure, I would say it's more patchouli than this one. So I can almost say from the notes that I Want Choo Le Parfum is a modern take on Jimmy Choo. And that was it. That was my review on the line of I Want Choo from Jimmy Choo. I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumb up and consider subscribing to my channel. That will help me a lot. I will leave link down below all the new releases I did a review on, and I did almost on all the new releases when it comes to designer fragrances. So definitely check the description down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time. Ciao!